hello.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel. And if you're new, please subscribe.
Welcome to the misadventures of Rainbow
And the unicorn.
Yay!
Yeah.
We don't seem to have energy. It's cold here, guys.
It's so cold. It's extremely cold.
It's very cold.
I don't know how he was left in this condition.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
We'll survive.
Yep.
And if there are noises, someone is renovating the apartment, so it's been a mess. We hope the noises don't disturb.
We apologize.
We apologize in advance. But yes, guys, as you've seen with the title, today's video is about the looting in South Africa and how it affects the youth.
It's basically about that because I don't think anyone is having conversations around how the youth specifically is affected by this, because I think it affects the youth more than anybody, in my opinion, because now the youth are the people who must carry this country from now, like, going forward.
What are we carrying? Let's start
what
there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. What is there to carry?
It's very hard for us to try and build
from this,
because the people say we had a future.
What future?
You guys are ruining the future for us. You guys are giving us a hard job.
Yeah, it's gonna be really tough. So we're gonna try to talk about that.
What do you think caused the looting?
What do I think caused it? You know what? I think it's been a long time coming. I think eventually it was gonna happen. I think it's been a long time coming. Also, I think mainly what caused it is because of the way the government handled the whole situation of the pandemic. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because now you cannot handle this pandemic throughout by just like lockdowns. People are losing jobs. People, with
every single lockdown, people were losing jobs.
Exactly.
So right now, with people saying, I know it's a bad thing. Trust me, we agree. Looting is a bad thing. That's not how we should have dealt with the situation. But also, we are here at home sitting. So you can't tell the people who are out there taking action how to do it when you're not willing to risk your life or anything, right?
And also when you're comfortable, you didn't lose much from this lockdown, so now it's just like you just sitting there.
People are mad. Anything. From the beginning of the lockdown, people have been losing their jobs at the different levels. So like people are like, what are we protecting?
Exactly.
And if things continue this way, the 25% that's working will end up with no jobs. If things continue this way. 1 year, 6 months, and nothing has changed.
Exactly. We're literally where we were at the beginning of this pandemic. Mm-hmm. Nothing has been done to show that we are making progress, to show people that we're gonna get jobs after this. Like people have no hope. So if the government had given people hope to be like after this pandemic and like to show that it's gonna end soon, it's a temporary thing. It does not seem like a temporary thing, and that's why people reacted the way that they did, because it has been happening for a very long time. People have lost jobs. Like the situation has been deteriorating. Things have been getting worse.
Even the videos you see, it breaks my heart to see a child. When everybody's stealing, a child went to go steal underwear and jerseys and shoes because they don't have that.
So do you understand that for some people they didn't have a choice? Like it was this was an opportunity for them to at least get something. Like that's what I feel like that's what the people who are for, not necessarily for the looting, but the people who are speaking for the looters are thinking, because they're like this was an opportunity for people to actually get the things that they desperately needed. You don't know how desperately those people needed those things. So to just sit there from a point of privilege and just be like it's wrong, we do understand that it's wrong. It goes without saying, but I feel like the people who are trying to be sympathetic with the looters are trying to hold the government accountable. Because if we're just holding the looters accountable, the government is not held accountable and nothing's going to be done. Like, it doesn't make sense to just hold the looters accountable without saying, but the government caused it. The root cause is the government not doing the things that we're supposed to do.
And right now we're blaming the looters. The government is getting away with it. They're chilled wherever
That's the problem.
Because we are here fighting each other.
Exactly.
We are not fighting the people who caused the problem. We're at...
Oh. We have it.
Wow, the English just flew away. Wow. But yeah, we're not fighting the people who
Zandile's 5 brain cells are just like trying.
5.
They're doing
5
it right now.
5. Yeah, we should be fighting the people who brought us here in the first place and not each other. Right now, there are people, white people shooting black people, Indian people shooting black people. Because of what? Why? Why are we fighting?
Exactly.
Why are you fighting the next person? Why? What did they do to you?
And I understand that within the group of people who are against the looting, right? We're all against it, but the ones who are not even speaking or being sympathetic for the looters, there's people who own businesses. There's people who own businesses and
we understand that people who maybe started their business a couple of months ago. You got loans, you got funding for that business. You need to pay. There are people you employed that you still need to pay. There's a lot. We understand how it affected people who own businesses. We do understand. But what's the use of...
And also, you need to think that for even to even get to a point where you lost stuff for your business, it's the government. The government should have done something to prevent all of this. Like, you understand that all of this could have been prevented by the government. So blaming the looters alone will not solve the problem at all.
We should be forcing the government to come up with solutions instead of fighting.
And deploying the military is not going to solve it. It's not going to solve it. What if it stops for now and then a few months afterwards it starts again because people still are hungry? What's going to happen then? You know?
What the government should have done is just had a conversation. Like, we come up with a solution. Tell us this is how your plans on fixing the country or moving forward. That's what should have been done. Instead of enforcing the military on...
It's causing more violence now. Because I feel like if the military is there, people it's just more violence.
Actually, the military isn't even doing anything because people in their neighborhoods have had to be the ones who went to the other supermarkets to prevent the looting from happening. So the government is just doing nothing at this point. We are fighting each other. We are also trying to stop what's happening, and they're just there chilling.
Yeah, that's true. So do you understand that even the problem that is now caused by the government, the people had to step in and solve it?
We had to fix our
That's
own
how
problem.
useless the government is. It's really bad. I hope you guys understand how horrible this is for it to even get to this point where there was relief funds, there was stuff, there was funds. There were funds.
But it was going to get to this point. The government had 27 years to do something. Nothing happened. 27 years. So now you can't blame people for being mad. They have been quiet. They have been letting things slide for a very long time. So you can't be blaming people for being mad.
Yep.
And also you can't piss people off. And then
them to just...
No, and then blame them for their reaction.
Exactly.
I can't do something horrible to you and now you're the horrible person for reacting to how I treat you. That's no, guys. No, you cannot tell me how
I continuously do it. I continuously poke and poke and poke.
27 years. 27 years, guys. I'm not even 27 years.
I'm not even 27. Do you understand? Do you understand how long this is? This was before someone was even born. So yeah, it's really bad. It's so horrible. And to think that this is the same government that was fighting for the people, and now for it to just turn around and do this.
They were fighting for us to have a better life, but I feel like they just fought for themselves. They were fighting for themselves, honestly, because when you look at where they were, where the entire country was in the beginning, 27 years or 28 years ago.
Yeah, this was the beginning for black people.
Yeah, the beginning of black people. Yeah, not South Africa, but black people. 28, 27 years ago. Look at the growth. The only thing that grew is their bank accounts and their lifestyles. They had, the only thing that grew in South Africa is the politicians' bank accounts. What do we have? We keep on voting for you. The tax increased. What are we doing? Even YouTubers get taxed now. Even street vendors have to have tax numbers. Do you understand? Every time people are trying to
do something
for themselves because the government is not doing anything, but the government still wants to take from them. So do you understand why people are mad? It's not even about the funds, the relief funds for COVID. It's not even about COVID anymore. The pandemic, it hit the entire world. We get it. Everyone was affected by this. But let's talk about what you've been promising us.
Students, speaking of students got cut off. Students stopped receiving funding during this pandemic.
All of a sudden, now your house won't
qualify.
You don't qualify. why were students accepted?
If they didn't qualify in the first place.
Why exactly? Why didn't you check all the requirements while I was still applying? Now 2 years into varsity, you dropping me, and I must pay back the money.
Yeah, it's not fair.
It's not. It's really not fair.
People are mad, and I for one am glad that people are finally mad. Because we have been saying on social media, we're not mad enough. We're not the generation that would have overcome apartheid and stuff like that. So now people are mad, and now you're mad that people are mad. What kind of mad did you want? Exactly. Like, what kind of mad?
They expected us to go on with retweets.
Like, exactly, yes, and be mad and like
be mad on social media. And be like, hey, retweets. No, guys.
And the thing is also what people need to understand about protest is that there's different groups of people during protest, right? There's people who protest for
the right reason.
Yes, to be like, this is what I'm protesting and whatever. And there's people who are opportunists who will just come in and like ruin things and stuff like that and loot and all of that. So
that's what happened with the looting. People in the beginning, when it started, people were looting food. And then there were people who had no business. And they were like, okay, I want those sneakers, let me go get them. I want that TV, let me go get it. You know, there were people who were not part of this, but they just saw the opportunity and just took it.
But also, you know what I've realized, Nick? What we are seeing now is a physical manifestation of what the government has been doing for so many years. They have been looting. What we're seeing now is just like a physical, very messy version of it, but like it has been happening. The government has been doing it. So now that people are just doing it like a physical manifestation of it, people see it as ugly, but it has been happening. It's not something that is only happening now. Can we talk about how the youth mainly is affected by this?
Because jobs. They already aren't any jobs left.
You guys know that the youth unemployment rate is 75%.
There are no jobs, let's start there. And you are now in varsity trying to get a degree that's probably going to sit on the wall and just be part of the decor in the house because there are no jobs.
Yes.
Investors are probably pulling out right now with the mess that we have. But I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming the government.
I'm also blaming for everything. I am blaming the government. I'm not blaming the looters. I'm not blaming the youth. I'm not blaming people for not looking for jobs. The government.
People are looking for jobs.
It's not that people are lazy. People are creating jobs.
And the government wants money from your job. They're not even giving you funding for that business that you're starting, but they want money from it. There are no jobs. We're trying to create jobs for people, but the government is, Do
you understand how much people are just taking and taking from people who already have nothing? That's my thing. You are taking and taking from the people who already have nothing. Like, black people did not even get anything after apartheid, guys. Black people did not get anything. All they got was like political freedom, I guess. But besides that, they weren't given anything else.
We still don't have anything. We're still fighting
for stuff.
We're still fighting for stuff. And you feel discouraged with everything that's happening. You're like,
exactly.
Why am I even trying to get a better life? Why am I still studying? Why am I studying a business? What am I studying for? There aren't any jobs, so what am I studying for?
Yep. So do you understand how much the youth is discouraged right now? There's no positive from it. Obviously, the looting is still wrong. But I don't know, maybe this kind of reaction will push
for the government to wake up and realize that we're mad. We're not just Twitter mad. We're really mad. Because the government thinks we're Twitter mad.
Yeah.
They'll entertain us on Twitter. They entertain
these ministers are there on social media saying and I'm like, you guys are not even doing your jobs.
Exactly. The government will entertain us on Twitter. So right now I just feel like they see how serious we are.
Yeah.
But I still think they won't do anything.
I also don't think I don't think government cares enough to do anything about anything. It's the fact that we even have leaders who are so out of touch with
what's currently
happening with the youth,
Exactly. You don't know what's happening on the ground, so why are you still there? Why are you still up there? Because you don't know what's happening on the ground. Even if they were still old, they don't care enough to find out about what's happening. Or even if they do know what's happening, I feel like they know what's happening. They just don't care enough to do anything about it. Because what are you guys gonna do?
Yeah,
you guys are still gonna vote for us.
Yep.
So
yeah.
That's their energy.
I think so. I think
That's
they
their
know that
energy.
people will vote for them, so they're just like,
Yeah, they know we're gonna vote for them regardless. They'll just throw a party in the hood and give you guys the 5 kg and poo and fish oil, and then you
they
guys.
don't even do that. They just give you guys shirts now.
We're not agreeing with the looting, guys.
Yes.
But we're just saying it was gonna happen.
It was gonna happen, and the thing is, the reason why we're saying it's like we're trying to blame the people who are actually the cause. That's the thing. We're trying to we're trying to like. Because now we're shifting the blame to the people who are just reacting to what other people did. Instead of also calling them out and be like, okay, this has happened. What is the government doing about it? I feel like that should be the next conversation. To be like, okay, fine, we're against the looting, but it has happened. There's nothing we can do about it now. But what is the government doing to fix the damage? Because the damage has already been done. So what are they doing?
A lot of jobs have been lost due to the looting. A lot of stores were permanently closed after the looting. We understand that, and that is truly sad for the people who work there.
It is.
But the government has a chance to give us jobs. The jobs we lost because of them privatizing government owned entities.
Like, do these people understand that if we have nothing, they have nothing to steal from? That's the thing. If you guys want to continue stealing, you need to give the country something to steal from.
Exactly. Make jobs so that you can. When we are working, we're generating money from the country that you guys can steal from.
We can
we are giving you money instead of you now taking money
from nothing.
From
do you
nothing.
understand? There'll be nothing left for you to take money from if you do not give to the country.
In conclusion,
we're mad.
We're mad. We are mad.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Very mad. And you should be too.
There's no love. There's no peace. There's no happiness in the country. We are mad.